up, loves? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacque-belle. If you're new here, so in today's video, y'all, I'm gonna be doing a full face makeup tutorial using brushes from DUcare. So if you have been following me on this channel, you know by now that one of my most preferred foundation brush is from DUcare. So today I decided to do a full face makeup using brushes from DUcare. So if you want to know more about these brushes and how it feels on the skin, I suggest you watch this video to the end. But before we do that, if you haven't joined the family yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and also hit the bell. That way you'll be notified each time a video goes up. Alright y'all, so today I'm gonna be doing a full face makeup using brushes from DUcare. I mean, if you've been following me on this channel, you know I love DUcare brushes because I've been using their foundation brush for a long time now, and these brushes, y'all, are the bomb. Like, it makes your blending super easy. So because I fell in love with their foundation brush, I just decided to go ahead and get a whole set of DUcare brushes. And let's see if that's gonna do the same thing that their foundation brush has been doing on my face. And that's the packaging now. And it has a little instruction back there for you, just so if you don't know which brush is meant for which, you can look back and then it's gonna help you. So let's see that, guys. So I think this set has like 27 brushes. So this is what the brushes look like. They're still like in their packaging. I haven't used them yet. So I am going to use. Yeah, see that? Look how like fluffy and huge this powder brush is, y'all. So if you need a brush, go get it. Go to DUcare. And this is another foundation brush, y'all. So you see that? I mean, it's not as big as the first one, but yeah, it is still fluffy. And so yeah, so I have like a couple of them to choose from. So I'm just gonna use a few of them, not all, but I'm gonna do a full face. See that? Look at how gigantic. It's another powder brush. See how big and fluffy it is? And whenever your brush is that big and fluffy, it makes your job super easy. Like, I mean, you don't have to take so much time blending whatever product. Can you see how that blending brush is super big? Like, it's gonna make your blending super easy, guys. I promise. These brushes, you guys need to go get it. This is not a blending brush or a shader brush, rather. See? So, honestly, some of these brushes, I'm not going to use all of them because, I mean, the brushes are good. So, if you're looking for a brush, to get you some from DUcare. So that said, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face real quick with my E.L F poreless Putty primer. And I'm gonna use my pore filler again. Like, I know that was a pore filler, but I like using this. So for my foundation, I'm using my Maybeline Fit Me foundation, and I think the shade is 355. I'm going with this foundation brush. Oh my gosh, can you see that? It is not super big, but it's not super big as the first one I got, but this is just the bomb. Like, it's just making your blending super easy. Like, you don't have to do too much. And the color too. I like the color. So guys, if you're looking for brushes, go to DUcare and get them. So y'all, try these brushes. It is the bomb. Like, see the way it just make my blending easy? Like, I didn't have to stress about the whole thing. And my face is super smooth. So guys, go get you these brushes from DUcare and you're not gonna regret it. Next, I'm gonna move on to my concealer, and I'm using my 24-hour smooth wear concealer from MAC, and I think the shade was NC48 for this. So I'm gonna use this BEBE concealer brush, and I'm gonna blend it. I always use a beauty blender to blend my concealer, but today, since we're using DUcare brushes, so look at that. Like, see how easy that is? It's super easy. It makes your blending easy, guys. So, alright, guys. So that's it for my concealer. So I'm gonna move on to my setting powder today before I do my contour. Actually, so I'm gonna use a beauty blender to set my face, and I'm using my loose setting powder from Black Radiance to set this. Before I contour today. So, and the shade is Banana for the setting powder. So now I'm gonna use my contour, and I'm using my contour stick from Anasatasi Beverlyhill. And I'm gonna use the contour brush to buff it out. Y'all, see that? This brushes, guys. If you haven't tried these brushes from DUcare, honestly, I think you should, because look at that, like super easy to blend. Like, you don't have to stress about it. This brush, and for my nose, I don't think I even need a small brush. You know, like whenever I use my beauty blender to contour, I always use a smaller brush to contour my nose. But look at that, I'm just using this contour brush to just do the same for my nose. So you see, I really don't have to use a smaller brush to contour my nose. So next I'm gonna move on with my contour powder as I always do. Like whenever I use creamy or liquid product, I always go with the powder, and I'm using mattifying pressed powder, and the shade for this one was the deep, which was super dark for a pressed powder, so I'm using it for a contour powder. And I'm gonna use one of this. No, let me use one of this powder brush because it's so fluffy and gigantic. For this person, see that? Like it just makes everything super easy. Like look, 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 look. So that's it with that, and I'm gonna use my NYX Can't One Stop Mattifying Pressed Powder. This is the shade Mocha. So I'm gonna use this to set my whole face, all my foundation in place. And I'm using the jumbo, big, gigantic powder brush again. And this is to just do this. I'm just taking it all over where I contour. I mean where I apply my foundation. Basically all over my face, but I'm just focusing more in the areas where I use my foundation. So for my blush today, I'm using my Miss Rose Blush Glow Kit, and I'm gonna go with this angle brush, still from DUcare, to apply it. I mean, this DUcare brushes. So I feel like I wanna do this shade. I'm gonna blend both of them. Yeah, like look at that. You see how that these brushes will just diffuse the whole thing into my skin. Like I don't have to stress, guys. Can you see that? I know you can. So it's kind of strange because I use beauty blenders for my concealers and for my contour. So I mean, today just using these brushes makes me want to always use brush. So these brushes, go get you one of it. So for my highlight, I'm using my highlighting powder from Wet n Wild. And I want to use one of the brushes again to apply my highlight. So I'm going to use this highlighting brush to apply my highlights. Look at that. You see how it just makes your highlight super, just nice. Just gives your face that glow. Like you don't have to do it too many times. Just one swatch and it just gives you that glow. Yo, this brushes, I'm not kidding. I don't know if you guys have seen what I'm seeing with these brushes, but again, if you're not, go get it because sometimes it's good to try stuff on your face. And I'm just gonna give my face, my forehead some glow today because this brushes just makes me happy. Mm. And let's see, for my nose, I'm gonna use one of the small brush. I'm gonna go with this powder brush to just bronze my face a little bit. I just want to add a little warmth into my skin. I'm not doing too much, and I'm using this bronzers from E.L F, and I'm using the shade Cabana Cutie to just warm up my face a little bit. That's it for that. I give my under eye a little color, like not color, like brightness. And I'm gonna do a reverse contour today. This brush is the bomb. Like, and I'm just gonna use my powder brush. This time I'm using this one to buff that out. That's it, and I'm gonna use my Skindanivia makeup finishing spray. So next I'm just gonna use the same brushes to just press that into my skin. I press my blush. And I'm gonna use my powder brush. I'm just pressing that into my skin. So now my face is looking pretty and nice. So y'all go get these brushes. I promise. The brushes are super nice, soft and fluffy. So next we're gonna move on to the eyes, guys. So let's see. I mean, I'm not surprised because I know the brushes are good. So definitely the eyeshadow brushes are gonna be good as well. So I'm gonna be using this too. Like, see how the brushes are fluffy? That's what I'm gonna use today. And for my eyes, I already primed my eyelids when I was doing my makeup. So I'm using my eyeshadow palette from BEBE today for the eyes. And I kind of like want to do, I'm gonna do the water on my outer crease and then use the rosette on my inner crease. And that's just gonna be it for the eyes today. We're not doing too much. So I'm using this huge blending brush. Maybeline. Yeah, see that? Like, I'm not even doing too much, but it's just like, Listen, I'm gonna use it like a darker shade a little to make that water shade a little darker because it seems too um quiet if I have to say that. So I'm gonna use like a darker shade to just like bring out that color a little bit. I'm not doing too much on there. Hey, y'all can see that? There you go. So next I'm gonna use a shader brush that's to pick up this rosette shade that I showed you guys earlier at the center. So next I'm gonna use another a smaller flat brush, pick up another shade to blend that into the rosette. So next I'm gonna use another deeper shade to blend that on top of their outer crease. So now I'm gonna use another kind of like a shimmery shade of red on top of that on the center. Just a little. So yeah, that's it for the eyes today. So I'm gonna move on to my eyeliner and I'm using my eyeliner pen from E.L F. And I'm gonna pop my lashes and come back and finish up with my face. So my eyes is pretty and nice. I'm gonna move on to my lips and I'm gonna line my lips with the LA Colors lip liner. That's a pretty lip liner and I'm using this matte lipstick and the shade is Red Berry. See if I can open it. What it looks like. Pretty color, right? So yeah, this is the final look of this tutorial. So guys, these brushes are awesome. You need to try these DUcare brushes. Like, I didn't know they were gonna be this nice for the price. They're super affordable. 27 set of brushes for $28, y'all. You cannot beat that. So get you all these brushes and you will not regret it. And if you enjoyed this video, as always, do not forget to give me a big thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel and also hit the bell. That way you'll be notified each time new video goes up. Thank you so much for always stopping by, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.